Okay, hey. So, we are here, playing a little Pokemon Unknown. So, we're here today to do a couple of things. We're going to be shiny hunting, but we are also going to be getting our last couple of trades. Hello, Sarah. We still have a couple of trades that we can do, is the thing. And I want to give us the best possible chance at the Elite Four, so I want to make sure that we have every possible option that we can. So, we can trade a poison for a dark. Are you a poison? Yes. Your name is Bagel. And we can trade a ghost for a psychic. I'm gonna look at some stats here real quick. Okay, Miss Magius, base stat of 495. Poltegeist, chipped. 508. Miss Magius, big head. Served us well. You will be being traded. Big head, you're being traded to the Tigers. He's a member of the general manager. He's a great guy. Wish you the best of luck. That was my my Moneyball impression. Similarly, let's look at Viper 458 versus Mach 500. No contest. Viper, you're being traded to Cleveland. Trains keep taking jobs away from Cleveland. Who knows, you might even see this guy. I was trying to do it in time, but it it wasn't quite doing it. Oop. Oops. This way. Maybe it's above? How are you doing today, Sarah? Oh, God. Hello, Niels, as well. How are you? So, you want a poison Pokemon for a dark Pokemon. You'll be receiving Bagel. Me when I'm at Burgers. Mandibuzz. What in the world is Mandibuzz? Oh, you're a bird. Your name is Flurkin? Dark Flying. Good? Flurkin is a heck of a name. Slept bad all weekend, now I don't want to do anything at work this Monday. Yeah, I feel that. We slept bad all weekend too. Doing alright, had a rough start to the morning, but I'm evening out now, talking to Meals about it, and made a meme about it. It was pretty funny. That's good. Yeah, today was kind of rough for us too. One of our recommendation letters fell through. So, stay silly. Emailed like several people about it. You know. And you know, all fairness to them, I suppose, if I have to give fairness to them. I did ask quite late. Oh, Bill's your grandson. That's cute. I'm not even sure the other professor can do it, so... Okay, you were looking for a ghost. Big head. Wobbuffet. Okay, Wobbuffet is not really what I wanted in a psychic Pokemon. I mean, like... Yeah, I guess something's in the air right now making everyone sleep terrible. Were those our only trades? I think the other one we have is like Flying for Dragon. And like, I have plenty of Dragon. Dragon and D's nuts. Yeah, Flying for Dragon on Route 18. Is Mandibuzz good? Not bad. Big Pecs prevents defense reduction. Immune to ground and psychic. Would be good against Ghost. Could be good against our rival as well, but we do already have a Flying, potentially. I've been discussing potential teams. So like So, Wobbuffet is definitely not what I wanted. I don't really know what I wanted with Mandibuzz, but I mean, or instead of Mandibuzz. Actually, you fit right in the same spot, so that's good. Actually, why am I taking out... You don't want Warren Buffett? Taking you. I'm taking you. also gotta turn the music off. Because... First of all... Okay, there's no... That's good. So... The thing I wanted by turning the music off and leaving everything else on is that I want to be able to hear the, like, when there's a shining. The sudden, like, noise turning off feels like a... Oh, the music was a little loud? Oh, sorry. It's my bad. And turn this shit down anyway. Yeah, so... Oh, you have the volume at max. Okay. One of the things I was talking with Sophie about was potentially just fucking sending it with the team I already have. Like the one that beat our rival in Jesse and James. The other... Hang on, that was like 5 encounters. What's this email I got? Oh, that's fantastic. Hang on. So I just got an email saying that one of the schools I applied to, because I called today and asked if I could have an extension on my letters, and the woman I spoke to said, I'll see if they can give you a few days. And I just got an email back saying that they're giving me until February. A sneeze. Yeah, that's certainly a few days. I'm thankful. I mean, it means I could honestly go back to one of my professors and say, hey, actually, I have until the end of February now. His sound is so annoying. I'm very thankful for that. Because I asked at, like, the last possible moment from the people I'm hopefully getting letters from. And, like, it's like a little squeaky toy. And I was like, I really shouldn't have put this off, first of all. And secondly, like, I'm kind of asking for a lot, being like, hey, the due date for this letter is on Saturday. Can you do that? Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. But honestly, like, I'm gonna be so real with you. If I was a professor, I would have a template. I would just, like, swap out the names and be like, you know, X wants to go to the school and would be a good fit because of their experience with Y. Like, I don't need, like... I don't know, I think my CV speaks for itself. And my personal statement. Really, it's like, it's an ADHD screening. Can you get all of this stuff done in time? Or if you can't, can you talk to somebody about it? Because I wouldn't have gotten that if I didn't call. So in the event that both of our psych professors that we asked fell through, I did just email I emailed today our former advisor, who, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like, don't really know that well. And I also emailed Susan's photography professor, because even though, you know, we're going to school for psych, I think that she can, one, she loves us, she loves Susan. I think that she can speak to our work ethic, our passion, our empathy, our ability to think creatively. I also texted the ring system and said, hey, you guys are colleagues of ours. You are co-presenters on several of the conferences that we've done that are on our CV. And they were like, I've never written one before, but I would definitely be willing to, and I could do it with a one-day turnaround if you need, but I think that you should ask other people first. Which is very kind of them. We love our siblings. Almost at 4,200 encounters. No shining. Yeah, we do have a great group of people supporting us. And honestly, if I don't hear back from one of my professors tomorrow or at the latest Wednesday, I'm just gonna have one of those other people fucking send it. You know, one of the non-professor people. If we have 3 professional references instead of, like, 3 educational ones or a mix, I think that's still fine. I honestly think it speaks more to us. But the thing is that we need to get into this one school because their program starts in May. And if their program starts in May, that means that I can defer my student loans. Like, before they at all come due. Otherwise, I will have to get a job, and we will get stuck in a job. We can't do school and a job at the same time. We simply cannot. This is my vent session. More of my therapy sessions should have, like, more in them. I guess occasionally our therapist dogs do bark, so. I'm doing it with sound on so I can hear the swing and I don't have to, like, pay attention to the colors so much. Oh my god. Just let me go. Be allowed to play Pokemon through most stressful situations. Yeah. For our Elite Four team, the ones that I definitely want to have on are Mimikyu and Altaria. Because Mimikyu is good for it's good for fighting. It's good for dragon. Neutral to ice. And you know, it's like neutral against our rivals team. Altaria can become fairy. It can also be flying. And it... And as dragon, it has a lot of resistances that are good against our rival. I think overall, our weakest link is probably... It's probably Garbodor. And I've thought about replacing him with Zarude Sandstorm. But here's my problem with that. Zarude is good against Ghost. Zarude is kind of bad at everything else. Except our rivals team. It's weak against Ice. It's weak against fighting. It's weak to fire. And I would rather have something that has more resistances. Which I would love to get a Zoroark for that reason. I think that Zoroark could fill that niche. I hate these things. I would love to have our Mantine in there. Our Mantine is very special attack bulky. It's water flying. And we saw how good it did against our rival previously. Like, even the grass moves didn't do that much to it. I would also take a Sneasler. Those are my two biggest wishes in this grass here. Hi, sweeties. Oh. Hi. You okay?
My box.
Ah. How was your day?
Ugh. Too much.
Yeah.
Yours?
Also too much. One of my letters fell through.
Oh no!
But luckily, one of my schools has given me an extension on the letters until the end of the month.
Oh good.
Which, yeah, I'm quite thankful for.
Yeah.
When I called them on the phone, the woman said, like, I'll see if I can get you a couple of days. And she emailed me just now and was like, they said get it in before February.
Nice.
Yeah. Chat says hi.
Hi.
I'm doing some shiny hunting because I'm trying to beef out my potential Elite Four team. I'm gonna be surreal. I think that Mimikyu could sweep the fighting Elite Four member. I think we lead with it. We set up a couple of sword stances, and it's immune to fighting moves. And it can take one hit for free. What'd you get? A new thing for your keychain?
Yeah.
A lizard?
Yeah, chameleon.
Cute.
I'm hoping that he survives better than the platypuses.
Oh, I hope so. I'm so glad that doesn't stay when we turn the music off. I am a little bit scared for the Elite Four, but after doing our rival fight with only one death, and Jesse and James with only one death, if you don't count the time that we rewound time, just like Elmo in the hit film Elmo Saves Christmas, then that gave me some extra confidence. And Sylvie was like, Nuzlocking in Elite Four is quite different. And it's like, yes, it will be. But I think we can get through it. And I honestly might prepare a B team just in case. So if we happen to wipe, I can be like, well, let's immediately run it back. Plus I'll have all my friends cheering me on, so I can really feel like an anime character. This is pretty bad luck at this point. I know what you're thinking, that maybe that evens out my really good luck before. That's not how luck works. It's not how probability works, it's how luck works, maybe, but luck isn't... I say luck isn't real, but we as a whole do kind of believe in luck, because we believe that we are kind of sincerely lucky people. We're also trying to upload the whole Detroit run to YouTube right now. To try and catch all our VODs up on that channel. Which we were caught up while we were doing the Detroit run. Because I don't always like end stream and then immediately upload a VOD. Technically, you're not supposed to do that anyway. You're supposed to wait 24 hours. But we have like, what, 200 followers? Yeah, 263 followers. I don't think that anyone truly cares. Oops. It is actually fairly lucky that we have so many people who would write letters of recommendation for us. Or lucky, or like, you know, speaks to our character or whatever. I also kind of find these little streams funny as like bonus episodes to this run. I've kind of thought about like, I know that I'm bouncing back and forth in topic. Also, thank you both. Pillar arc. I've been thinking about what if I win this run, what if I made a little video talking about it? You know, instead of the other several videos that we're supposed to make. In addition to. Yeah, because, I don't know, the thing that got me into wanting to do, like, Nuzlocke was the Peach Owl video on Run and Bun. And I think it would be cute with this to start out with, like, my hard gold run. Because that is, like, really where this starts. And the fact that I had, like, wiped on the Elite Four there. And then several run and bun attempts that hyperbolic time chambered me. And then if we win on our 10th attempt here, it feels good to have it be like a, oh my god, be a round number. As a person who has so many projects I should be finishing, it's fine, yeah. 4,400 encounters. been stuck in a single room for almost 2 weeks. Could have been working on my podcast project for so many hours. Yeah, it's like that. Like when we were recovering from surgery, this isn't the same thing, but when we were recovering from surgery, we were like, oh, we're gonna have so much time to do our projects, and then we just like rested because we had a major surgery. It's interesting because we were good at judging physically what we would be able to handle or not. In fact, we could handle more physically than we thought we could. But mentally was different. I had plans to watch a bunch of stuff after surgery, but instead I napped, yeah. Mentally adjusting to a vagina is hard sometimes. Yeah. More the dilation schedule. 4 times a day for 6 weeks was rough. Because it's like, theoretically it's 4 hours between each one, but really it was like 2.5 between each one. So you have to factor in the actual time it takes to do, you have to factor in setup and cleanup. And it's very isolating. When we were back here, oftentimes Archer would be our morning dilation buddy, which was nice. Yeah, he was a good boy. I give it up for encounter 4444. You'll quadruple 4. Big risk in here is that there is so much that I don't really want. Like 2 things would be really great to get. And then a couple would be okay to get. And then there are like 2 or 3 that I don't want at all. The unluckiest number of 4s, yeah. I also don't care if it's something that's a dupe of a Pokemon that we had and then died. Like, if we get Oshawott, I'm going to just take that as, like, I'm going to take that as a W. Like, we get Oshawott back. Boop. Doing it by sound is a lot less draining, I think. I don't really have to pay attention at all. I really don't want a weird ear. Weird that I don't want a deer. Also, at 8, we're going to be, Buddy's going to be live with Jay. For Final Fantasy, which is finally back. After a few weeks away. Yeah, because of the hostile takeover, and then the holidays, and then a speedrun. Can't believe Claudia didn't want Final Fantasy while Detroiting. Hard to do with only 2 hands. You know, you have to get through the lightning plane while also being a QTE god on the other screen. We're also going to be ordering delivery with mats. Yeah, there are large swaths where she's doing nothing because she was in cutscene hell. That wasn't... No, that wasn't a shiny Gudra. I saw a slightly different color for 1 second. Oh my god. Detroit Become Human speedrun, where you're also speedrunning another game, but your time only counts during credits or unskippable cutscenes. I've talked about that video of the guy who beat every seed of Pokemon Platinum at the same time, right? And he also nuzlocked it because he decided that just beating it normal style wasn't hard enough. The problem with shiny hunting is you start hallucinating colors, yeah. He did it through, like, he made a program that essentially, like, runs how many seeds are, like, is something occurring in. So it's like, at this point in the battle, how many seeds are still battling? And then doing a set of inputs that no matter what would beat the game. And that factors in, like, what time of day it is, and uh, all sorts of things. Like he did, he used this one strategy that he called memory mail, which is like in order to uh, use the same set of inputs for two different events or two different seeds where one thing happens, like there's an extra battle or something, and the other doesn't have that. Um, like in one of the seeds, you like throw away one of two like letters you get. And then like it essentially lets you offset two seeds while using the same commands. It's interesting. Yeah, bonkers beyond belief. I think it took him like 2 years or something to figure it out. And it's a series of like 300,000 inputs. Including things like pause here for this number of beats. Because his video that he did before that was beating like fire red without sight or sound. He's like, if I could make a series of inputs and I could make fire red into essentially a rhythm game. And he did that and beat something like 99.5% of all seeds. And for this one, he was like, I want to make sure that it's perfect. I'm jealous of people who are not prone to repetitive stress injury and do not get bored easy. Getting shinies are interesting trades. No shinies yet. I got a Mandibuzz in my poison for dark trade, which I don't think is good enough. Also Hybrid Zolga. Still grinding this shiny hunt here. We're up to almost 4,600 encounters. Hang on. This stream's going to be pretty short. I've thought about doing the shiny hunting off stream. And then just like recording when I get the shiny. Are you playing with the background music muted? Yeah. My girlfriend suggested having the sound on so that I don't have to pay as much attention. I can just hear when it goes like swing. Yeah, that sound is the sweet sound of a couple of Pokemon cries over and over again. Beep. Oh, sorry for the pipes. I will probably mute for a minute. Why'd that mute this sound too? Where did this sound go? Oh, there we go. Ah, man. I don't know how people shiny hunt with like with like full odds. Sounds really tedious. I'm at like half of typical full odds. I'm like, if I had to do like 4,000 more in order to get like a 60% chance of having seen it already, I would be annoyed. What have we been up to lately? Um, oh, last night Sylvie and I watched this documentary on uh the making of the Emperor's New Groove, which was really interesting. I liked I think it's a fun feature, but at some point it's like, okay, now I'm just wasting my hours. Give me a speed up button for this kind of thing, yeah. Um but yeah, the Emperor's New Groove documentary. Uh it was made by uh Sting's wife. Her name is Tracy something. I should look that up. But hang on, I got a second text. Ah, from our mother. Um and it's really interesting. It didn't get fully released because Disney didn't like how it made them look, or like how the initial cut made them look. Also, it is kind of a little bit of a Sting documentary in disguise because Sting was hired to do the music for the original version of Emperor's New Groove, and then they were like, um, basically, basically the higher ups kind of hated what we had, and so we had a big meeting where everyone pitched a bunch of stuff that we could do to change the script and make it good. And one person pitched a really weird one just as kind of a joke, and everyone loved it. So we're going with that. Also, we're like cutting almost all of your songs. They don't really fit in anymore. Um, So we want you to make two songs, one that's at the beginning of the movie, one or three songs, one at the beginning of the movie, and then uh one that's like a reprise of it at the end of the movie that kind of shows like how he's changed or whatever. And then uh one to play over the credits. Um and so the original version of the script is bizarre. It's like it has a love interest, and it has like instead of Kronk, there's this little like stone demon or golem or something. Which is actually he makes like a cameo in the final version during the like dinner where they poison Cusco. He is a little decoration on the like between the little candle holders. Um, they team Riley themselves. Tell me more on that. But there was it just like I can tell it did not work. Uh, and it's interesting because everyone after after everything changes, almost everyone they talk about is like, I liked the old version better. Like, Eartha Kitt was like, I liked the old Yzma better, who was like obsessed with like her beauty and keeping her youth and stuff. And it's like, it's not that not like a misogynistic stereotype? Eartha. Riley Hopkins will say the most unhinged shit, and the thing is, it's funny, so if no one says no, most people will want to go along with it. Yeah. True. Hi, Ash. We're doing some shiny hunting because you can get an extra encounter if you encounter a shiny. Good team down there? Thank you. That might be my Elite Four team. We're still deciding. It's going to be another week or so. Other than racism, boy. Yeah, unfortunately, Ludicolo has really good typing and is like... he's a powerful Pokemon. But yeah, it is me apologizing to my Mexican girlfriend before I put Ludicolo on my team, and her saying it's okay. Shaking my head every time I send out Ludicolo, so people know I don't approve. Shiny Mimikyu? Yes. Shiny Mimikyu. We caught that in only 200 encounters, and I'm possibly paying for it now, considering I am up to 4716 here. Yeah, that was an S tier get, to be honest. It's coming to the Elite Four with me. What are you looking for now? Ideally, in this grass, I want either a Hisuian Zoroark, a Sneasler, or like maybe a Hisuian Samurott. I would take Typhlosion too. There are several things in here that I desperately do not want, but there are several things in here that I do desperately want. Because I kind of want to change out Garbodor on my team. Yeah, but I can't yoink it unless it's a shiny, because I am encounter locked. But there's a shiny clause built into the game, so if I put in a few hours of work, I have a chance at getting something good, like Mimikyu. Mimikyu I got as a second Lavender Town encounter. Been doing that in my game too. And we're doing it without music, but with sound, so that I can hear the little shiny sound when it goes off. Oh, and we were talking about the Emperor's New Groove documentary. That was never officially released. Oh yeah, because I think the one thing that like put the nail in the coffin of that documentary is that there is a bit where they've like changed the whole thing. They've basically finished the movie in animatics. And at the very end of the original version of the movie, Cusco doesn't build his water park on Pacha's village anymore. Instead, he destroys part of the rainforest and builds it there. And Sting sent them a letter saying, if you go with this ending, I will not be working with you further. And he specifically did that, and then to his wife, who's filming for the documentary, he's saying how like Disney is a corporation that wants to suck anything interesting or good or like profitable out of culture and like market it. And that is clearly like Disney said no on that. But he sent that letter, and there's a meeting with the writers the next day, and they're like, have you guys read Sting's letter? It makes a ton of sense, and I don't know why we didn't think of this. Think of this being like, this movie should not end with him getting the water park. It feels like he's learned nothing. He's learned not to do that to that specific group of people, which is also what Kurt Vonnegut kind of suggests the lesson of the Bible is. Because, they crucify Jesus and you go, ooh, man, they picked the wrong guy to mess with. Do you know who his dad is? I'm playing it slightly different where when someone on my team dies, they turn into a new Pokemon. Yeah, relock mode. It's fun, but I've decided I'm never allowed to sub out my team. I just want to let someone die when I want to mix up my team. Interesting. Team is hella unbalanced, which is kind of fun to have to work around. That does sound fun. Honestly, I would consider a second run through doing that. Like, the first 5 encounters I get, or 6 encounters, are what I have for the rest of the game, and I just relock them. Like, if they die, they die. And I get a new Pokemon in their place. Their names stay the same and it makes less and less sense. Interesting. Revives are more expensive to discourage constant rerolling. Which at that point, why not just play with no lock on? Yeah. Also, we're gonna do essentially 10 more minutes. I was originally going to let them keep the same moves. Now that's interesting. Here's my Rattata that can learn Draco Meteor. Or that I guess just has Draco Meteor. Oh, also that documentary, um, it did get a small film festival release of a Disney-approved version of it, because they were contractually obligated to. Part of Sting's contract was essentially getting a little film deal for his wife, where his wife would shoot a documentary about the making of the film. Um, and in that contract, it said that uh, Disney had to release and distribute it. Like no matter what, they had to release and distribute something. What was the what platform was it on? It was a leaked version. I would have to ask Sylvie. It's not on an official platform. Search ooh, is it? It's not called the. I think it's called the Sweatbox. Yes, it's called the Sweatbox, 2002 by Trudy Styler. Um, it is uh it is like still a slightly rough cut. Like the end credits, there just are no end credits. It's like a title card that says like play, like put credits over Sting concert or something like that. And it is secretly a Sting documentary. Current team is Crackle the Darmantian, Mechanic the Swampert, Crypto the Komodo, Tumble the Psychic Pikachu, Puddles the Togekiss, and my goat Noopers the Durant. Ooh. Oh, I think we had somebody named Noopers at one point. Yeah, 2002, quite old. I mean, the movie came out in like 2000. I'm pretty sure the movie came out pre 9/11. Oh my god. Let me go. Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let her go. It did come out pre 9/11, yeah. If anyone watches that documentary, you have to agree to warn them about the towers, okay? My family loved Emperor's New Groove because it was the only Disney movie at that point with Latin American characters. True. There's actually one point in the movie where you briefly see like the outside of the Disney Studios or like a room in there, and it says like currently in production, Kingdom in the Sun, which is what Emperor's New Groove was, and Atlantis. And and I was like, hang on, can we poke in and see what the Atlantis people are doing real quick? Like, I'm just curious. How are they doing? Their movie probably didn't get completely reworked 4 times. Also, apparently, I guess the way they do things is that like there is a head animator for each character. Um, and Pacha's wife, what is her name? Like Chicha? Yeah, Chicha. Um, apparently they went back and forth so often um on whether Chicha would be in the movie at all. And it would be like every day somebody would come into that guy's office and be like, Tim, sit down, we gotta talk about this. I think Chicha might be might be uh might be getting killed. And then the next day, Tim, I got great news. Chicha's back in the movie. And then Chicha's actually been given like 100% more lines. There's a lot of Chicha in this movie now. Tim, I'm sorry, Chicha's back in the grave. And it's like, I don't think I would be able to handle that as an artist. They were in the studio making Atlanta's characters more and more bisexual. Yeah, what a roller coaster. And apparently the guy who did Yzma's animation also designed or also did the animation for Scar, Jafar, and Gaston. Which is interesting. Apparently they made him the vaguely queer villains guy. Or the queer villains guy and then Gaston. Okay, we do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go eat. And Claudia will be back in like 2 hours on Moonshot with some Final Fantasy X with Jay. So I will see you later. Still prepping the Elite Four. We will see.